In this video, I'll demonstrate how to send a pop-up box to the display when CPU or memory meets a certain condition. In my Doji program, I'm running VB script. One of the VB scripts that I have here is for system performance, which allows us to loop through a certain number of times and capture CPU memory information. And so here we can say, okay, loop about 50 times or loop 50 times and display all of the memory and CPU utilization. So I went into the script and I just added a couple of very basic if statements here that says, if CPU load is greater than 50%, alert. If memory exceeds 40%, actually it exceeds 60% because if the percentage falls below 40%. So send an alert. And I've added those conditions here to the system. And here's my previous run as I was testing this. And so here we can see these are the columns are not lining up because I'm running this in MTail. But here we can see this is the CPU, and the CPU was running under 30. And here's the percentage of memory. So percentage of memory was only about 34% remaining. So if I go ahead and start my script back up, we can now watch in real time the system resources here, and we're already getting alerts. So memory is less than 40%. And so memory is, yep, and we're going to keep getting alerts here. Memory less than 40. So I'm running a little short on memory on this system, but the CPU is running okay. I am installing the out-of-band patch at this time, and so we can actually look to see what the memory utilization is on the script here, which is not much. I mean, it's really not using anything, but let's go ahead and see what's using up all my memory. And that is the installation. And Microsoft. So here are the processes that are using the most memory. And so now what I can do is that tiworker.exe, that's a process. So I can actually monitor that process by saying process termination monitor. So I want to see an alert when that process expires. So now when that process is expired, I should get an alert. And here we're just going to constantly get this, so I have to kill that script. Oh, I have two scripts running now, right? So I can't kill that one. So let's go ahead and kill them both and then just start this one back up. So this is the process monitor. And so now I can come back into my other script and I can say, okay, let's go back to 30 here. So this is the 70% value. And we can do 60 over here. Now we can come back into performance, into local performance, and say loop for 500 times. And we can now again watch in real time our system resources, and we can see we're at 37% CPU and we have 44 or 45% memory. And here we are now installing the out-of-band patch. This is using our Radia cloud service, right? So that's actually going out to Seattle to grab that download and install that. So TI Worker is still running, so I would have to kill that in order to see the alert. MRT.exe, that's a good one. Let's go ahead and monitor that. So here we go. We already got an alert. TI Worker has ended. Now that script has ended. Now the MRT script is still running and our monitor is still running. And MRT is running because we're installing the 898.30 patch, or Microsoft malicious removal tool. And so now we can see that the MRT has ended and we get a MRT change state on the computer. And so that's how I use the Doji to monitor CPU utilization using, these are very basic VB script that can be compiled into an executable and meant to run as a standalone process. You would just start and stop it in the system by adding it to the startup folder. Thanks for watching.